Good evening, everyone. Thank you for joining us today. I'm Shama, Manager, People Solution at Kadel Labs, and it's my pleasure to welcome you to another exciting session at our Expert Insight series, Care Tech Talk. At Kadel Labs, we are committed to sharing knowledge that drives innovation and transformation. We bring insightful discussion from industry leaders to empower professionals like you with the tools and understanding needed to stay ahead in an ever evolving landscape. Let me briefly introduce who we are. Kadel Labs is a first of its kind venture studio in India, a global software technology incubator with a synergistic blend of both IT services as well as SaaS products. Since 2017, we've grown organically to 180 plus employees, served 200 plus customers worldwide, and built a global presence with operations across multiple regions. Our expertise spans across diverse industries such as fintech, healthtech, edtech, retail, insurtech, manufacturing, and telecom. We specialize in delivering innovative solutions in cloud engineering, data analytics, software development, and AI services. At Care Labs, we pride ourselves on being a people centric organization, encouraging creativity, free flowing communication, and continuous innovation to deliver impactful products and services to our clients. Today's session is a part of our ongoing effort to address pressing challenges and explore transformative solutions. We are thrilled to introduce the topic AI in digital wallets and mobile payments. Artificial intelligence is revolutionizing the way we make transactions, enhancing security, personalization, and overall user experience. So, from fraud detection and risk assessment to AI driven chatbots and predictive analytics, AI is making digital payments faster, smarter, and more secure. We look forward to exploring how businesses and consumers can benefit from AI-driven innovations in digital wallets and mobile payments with Mr. Arpit Bhushan Sharma. We are happy to have Arpit Sharma as today's speaker, sharing his insights with us. We encourage the participants to actively participate by dropping in your questions in the chat box or in the Q&A section. We'll address them during the interactive segment at the end of the session. Once again, thank you everyone for joining us today. Let's dive in and explore how AI is shaping the future of digital transactions and mobile payments.
Good evening, everyone. Thank you for joining me. I'm Arpit, and I'm here to discuss the transformative roles of AI in digital wallets and mobile payments. Okay, so the, let's go to overview. Do you know the global mobile payment market was valued around 1.97 trillion in 2021, and it is expected to grow at a CAGR of 35% 2030. With an exponential growth, AI is playing a critical role in ensuring efficiency, security, and personalization. Okay, basically, the AI is basically handling the securities, personalization, everything. The major topics on which we are working are applications, technical sites, case studies, future trends, and everything. We'll study one by one about these topics into this scenario, into this PPT. Okay. So evolution of payments was started in 2007, where M-Pesa revolutionized peer-to-peer transfers of the payment of the amount to the friends or everyone. In 2000, PayPal extend the global online payment access. PayPal come into market and started saying that yes, we can also have the peer-to-peer payment gateway through PayPal. And today, Alipay, Apple Pay process billions of transactions each day, and adoption stats basically say that 4.4 billion users globally use UPI and 10 billion plus transactions per month. It's a huge number, and it is globalizing each day. Okay, so according to digital wallets are basically used by 4.4 billion people globally according to statistics, and with China leading adoption rates 88%. In India, UPI transactions are surpassing 10 billion per billion monthly transaction in 2023. It's a very big number, and we have some other chances to grow these things in a way. So how AI is helping this thing, that AI is majorly handling the security part, the transactions part. The transactions should be one way. The transactions should be in a secure way, and we should not have fraud in that thing. So how fraud detection works? Just like VisaNet prevents $25 billion in a fraud annually. Personalization, Starbucks app increased revenue by 10%. How? Basically using your personalization, giving you suggestions and everything, and you can use that thing accordingly for your uses. We have biometric securities. We have Face ID into Apple Pays into, and we have fingerprint locks into phone pay and other in your Android phones. And also Alipay also uses AI for 1 billion authentications daily. See, the numbers are gradually increasing, and these numbers into India came into picture when COVID or pandemic hits into our country. When pandemic hits, people were very much fear about the COVID, and they were not exchanging the Indian currency notes with each other. And that particular moment, Paytm captures the market, and after that, Phone Pay, GPay, and other apps came into picture. Now, question arises: Paytm is started initially, but how right now into the market, Phone Pay is globalizing the India as becoming the first app which is crossing much more foundations, or when we say foundation we are saying about the downloads and everything. Phone Pay is gradually increasing day by day as their users and becoming the first number one app in the India for making the UPI transactions. Okay, when we go deep dive, AI models, we use supervised, we have unsupervised, and we have deep learning models for these technical enhancements in our apps. We have real-time processing, we have VisaNet processed 24,000 throughputs per second. Throughputs in the sense the hits on the API, which are in 300 millisecond. That's again a big number, and it's a real-time processing, how the whole system is working from initially, and it hardly takes 1 second to take your payment away from the bank account to other bank account. Transaction is done initially from two-way, peer-to-peer. Now, there's a case study of Alipay, which integrates AI for fraud detection and personalization, and it has majorly used the some most important models of AI to get grasp into this and to make this personalization much more better, to give you recommendation to use this system for your better enhancement, and you're making user much more friendly. Now, coming to the future trends, see, we all know security is again a concern, a big concern for us. How we can use? Initially, we can use by handling it using a blockchain. How blockchain is used? So see, blockchain is making smart contracts and fraud detection, and it is handling all the transactions and all everything in a form of security, where each user will be having one transaction and no other transaction will not be there. Apart from this, security would be a major concern for this thing. So they are using security enhancement using Solidity and Solana into blockchain. Voice payments, they are expected to exceed $19 billion annually by 2024. What's voice payments? We majorly make a payment using a voice, our voice. We say, hey Siri, send the amount X to Y. And Siri does this transaction by authenticating your Face ID and everything. So this is the kind of voice payment which we initially targeting in future.
Okay. I found this on the web for send the amount X to Y.
Okay. Coming to predictive analysis, we have alerts and saving insights. So we are also working on using AI that, let's suppose you are ordering every day to a same restaurant from a Zomato. So what? It will give you assistance. The financial assistance will give you alerts by saying that you have majorly given this amount of, you have paid this amount to this user on Zomato. So it should be, it's exceeding your expense as compared to your income. So these kind of predictive financial assistants are majorly coming driven into your market, and they are majorly helping you to save your expenses and everything. And AI is handling all sort of things. Now, regulatory solutions are federating learning and explainable AI. These are into major discussion into the future expands, where basically they analyze your spending pattern and suggest for saving. They give you predict recurring expenses such as bills and subscription, and they save that amount on these things. Also, revolution, when it is a revolution, it basically say that AI model is basically trained globally, locally, without sharing your raw data and addressing the privacy concerns to you. So federated learning is for this learning, and explainable AI is XAI. Into short, we say that, which ensures that transparency in decision, especially in credit scoring or loan approvals. So explainable AI is also coming to picture into the market for these sort of things to reduce your expenses. Now, as per these studies, McKinsey company AI in pattern support, I have used these references for understanding everything. for making the payments and everything. And how initially payment is done, I basically worked previously into a company for the payment handling. So when you put a card, the author into this 1 second, how everything is going on. Let me explain you briefly. When you put a card, initially our card plastic is verified. When I say card plastic, it is your account number, your card number, your BIN number. BIN is bank identification number. Bank identification number is similar to every bank. When we write 456 initially, it means it's a Mastercard. When I write 678, it's starting with 6, it's Rupee. When I write 345, it's Amex. So when you put a card, it's verified and then it is authenticated. No bank is having your CVV, no bank is having your PIN. They are encrypted, hashed at a value at their level, and that hash key is authorized at the banking side. So when we put a card, the payment starts from there, and that whole authentication goes on. When we after that, after all authentication verification and OTP is generated and OTP is verified, and other two things are initially bank is handling their authentication at their end. So OTP is verified, and OTP is the only thing which his bank is expecting. Rest, your PIN and your CVV is not seen by the bank. These all things are saved in the black box and they are authenticated there, and the amount is deducted from your card. So this whole process of authenticating, verifying, and everything goes inside of 1 second. So see how the system has become robust and everything. And now let's suppose your payment failed. In that similar way, how bank has done? Bank has used neural networks at the back end of the system using AI, and those AI, what they does, they iterate over the system and check the false detection, false positive and false negative, true positive and true negative false for the system, and accordingly they send a reversal for that. So initially, if bank system is having an issue, then you will get a reversal. If something is wrong at your end, then also you will get a reversal. So majorly, most of the cases, AI is trained in a way that if amount is deducted from your account and it is not being sent to a bank user, to the user, customer, to the merchant where you have sent, then you will get a reversal on the basis of the results of the neural network. Okay. Okay. These are my references. From there, I've taken these studies. PwC has made a bigger study on blockchain and AI. So you can go ahead and study that. Starbucks have given an annual report of 2023. I have studied that and they have shared a data basically on these Starbucks. What they basically said that Starbucks basically the loyalty app uses AI to recommend drinks and offer promotions. And based on the purchase history, the strategy boosted their revenue by 10% year over year, according to their study of 2023. That's a big number. If every year 10% is increasing, initially you are getting a profit of 10% each year. And that's again, a big number for us. Okay. So Javelin strategy, fraud trends, what it basically says. So Javelin study, I have studied that thing. And when I say Javelin study, it majorly says that according to Javelin study, the financial fraud losses reached to 28.65 billion in 2022, and AI is a game changer in combating this. So by using VisaNet and by using Mastercard decision intelligence, so they have reduced this risk. And by how VisaNet, a Visa AI system, analyze over 500 data points per transaction in real time to identify fraud and prevents 25 billion of fraud in 2022 alone. How Mastercard is using that thing? This system uses AI to reduce false declines and by identify legitimate transaction over 95% accuracy. So 95% accuracy in a payment system is a very big number. And how data is trained in a way, it's initially overwhelming according to me. Now, dynamic risk assessment also there is where we use PayPal to use deep learning to detect few new fraud patterns as they emerge, and its fraud detection system also process over 200 million transactions daily, learning from real-time data stream. Apart from this, our Indian government is also majorly using this thing to reduce the uh, frauds into payments and wallets, and wallets are overall using those systems to enhance our way and make the payments much more easier. And initially, when we put PIN and then after the transaction is done, that whole thing is shortened way by using a wallet. and AI inside wallets are working in a similar way. Okay. So any question from your end, feel free to ask me. Hello.
Arpit, I think we can ask it in the end of the session. So we have a Q&A session, right?
It's completed. From my side, it's completed. Then I
Okay.
can go. We can go ahead with
Just give
Q&A.
me a Yes, I will enable the mic. Just give me a minute. So if we have any questions, please unmute yourself and we can shoot it to Arpit. So Arpit, we have one question from one of our attendees.
Okay. Yes. Let me see in the Q&A. Okay.
Yes.
It's inside the chat.
Yes. So I have received it. So they're asking as students who is just a bachelor student. So in case if they want to get into IT and just explore these concepts. So what are the do we have any do we
Okay.
have any
Okay.
courses that are related to AI and payments related?
Sure. What would I suggest? AI is very huge, very big, and starting from scratch would be a lot difficult to go ahead. But into my suggestions, you can explore AI by studying initially from machine learning and deep learning. There are courses on Udemy. What I have studied, one course was machine learning A to Z. It was great. It has given me a lot of grasp about the all the models of machine learning, which initially payment gateway are using. Supervised learning. Wait, I go on this slide again back. These things. So models, supervised, unsupervised, and deep learning models. And deep learning is another course for that similar kind of A to Z deep learning on the Udemy. These two courses are for the beginner steps to study about payments and everything, to deep dive into AI. Now, after this, when you want to go ahead into these topics, you can go with the entry NG courses of deep learning on Coursera. And second thing, you can go to go deep diver into MIT lectures of deep learning, where these lectures are mostly on YouTube and they're exploring the tech domain with the payments into a much more deeper way. And you will get a lot of insights how these are going. So these two courses I would suggest to if you want to go ahead into studies into ML and AI, and then you can use your understanding to solve the questions on Kaggle. I can write it on chat if I have option. Explore Kaggle, then machine learning. Shama, were they able to see the chat?
Yes, Arpit. Yes, they can access the chat.
Okay. And then we have Andrew NG courses. These four courses are mostly important for a beginner to go ahead into AI. And then rest as a techie, as a tech enthusiast, as an engineer, mostly learning comes from the making projects. So I would suggest to start make some projects and use these learnings to make the projects by initially learning the basics.
All right. So I think that's all. So these were the questions asked by our students. So thank you, Arpit. It was indeed an insightful session. So thank you for joining us today. Thank you everyone for joining us today. See you all in the next webinar. Thank you.
Thanks everyone. Thank you for joining. It was really nice to give this important topic over this year to everyone. And I would love to take more questions from you all if you are interested. Rest we can wrap up this.
Thank you, everyone.
Thanks everyone.